Dear shareholders, good morning and a very warm welcome to the 13th Annual General Meeting of Kalyan Jewellers India Limited through video conferencing or other audio-visual facility. As a reminder, for the smooth conduct of the meeting, the members will be in the mute mode and audio and video will be opened when they will speak at the AGM as per the pre-registration. The facility for joining the AGM through video conferencing is made available to the members on first-come, first-served basis. Once the question and answer session starts, we will announce the name of shareholders who have been listed as speaker shareholders from the list of member shareholders registered as speaker shareholders one by one. We would request the shareholders to slow down and loud while asking their question, so as the capture of the content is captured correctly. We would like to request the shareholders to limit their speech to 3 minutes. During the AGM, if any member faces any technical issues, he may contact the helpline numbers mentioned in the notice of the AGM. The live screening of this meeting is also webcasted on the website of NSDL. The company has taken the requisite step to enable the members to participate and vote on the items being considered at this AGM. For your information, since there is no physical attendance of members, the requirements of appointing of proxies is not applicable. The registers required under Companies Act are available for inspection. The notice of this meeting was sent to the members by electronic means to those who are entitled to receive the same. Hence, with your permission, we shall take them as read. Since there is no observation, qualification, or comments by the statutory auditors in their report, the auditor's report is not required to be read. Please note that, as per the requirements, the proceedings of the annual general meeting will be recorded and available on the website of the company. Thank you. I now hand over the proceedings to Mr. Jishnu RG, Company Secretary of the company. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, operator. Good morning, shareholders. I am Jishnu, Company Secretary and Compliance Officer of Kalyan Jewellers India Limited. I am pleased to welcome everyone to the 30th Annual General Meeting of the company. I would now request our Chairman, Sri T.S. Kalyanaraman, to take over the proceedings of the meeting. Over to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Jishnu. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome all of you to the 13th Annual General Body Meeting, the first AGM of your company, post the listing on NSE and BSE. I hope and pray that all of you are keeping safe and healthy. Let me now request all the directors to record their attendance. Mrs. Kishori.
I'm Mrs. Kishori Udeshi, Independent Director and Board Member. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mrs. Kishori Udeshi. Mr. Salil.
Good morning to all of you. This is Salil Nair here. I'm a non-executive director and I also head the risk committee at Kalyan Jewellers. I joined this meeting from Mumbai. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Salil. Mr. Chavali.
Good morning. I'm ADM Chavali, Independent Director and Chairman Audit Committee of the Board. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chavali. Mr. Ramaswamy.
Good morning. I am Ramaswamy, Independent Director and also the Chairman of the Nomination and Remuneration Committee of the Board. I am participating in this meeting from my residence at Chennai. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ramaswamy. Mr. Anandaraman.
Good morning. I am T.S. Anandaraman, Independent Director and Chairman of Stakeholder Relations Committee. I am participating from my home at Thrissur, Kerala. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Anandaraman. Mr. Anish.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Anish Saraf. I am a non-executive director and I am participating in this meeting from Bombay. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Anish. Sitaram.
Very good morning. I'm Sitaram TK, Executive Director of Kalyan Jewellers. I'm very happy to participate in this meeting from my residence in Thrissur, Kerala.
Thank you. Ramesh,
I am attending this meeting from my residence in Thrissur, Kerala. Thank you.
Mr. Anil, Independent Director, could not attend the AGM due to some personal reasons. Our CEO, Sanjay Raghuraman, and CFO, Swaminathan, are also attending the meeting from our corporate office in Thrissur. Being the first AGM post-IPO, let me ask Sitaram to take us through the journey of Kalyan Jewellers till date. Post that, Ramesh shall take us through the business overview for the financial year 2021. Sitaram.
In 1993 in Thrissur, our hometown in Kerala. My father, my brother and myself are in this business right since inception. When we started, the industry was majorly unorganized. We have been pioneers in introducing a lot of fair and transparent trade practices, be it hallmarking in gold, rate tag, carat meters inside the showrooms, and transparency in the old gold exchange. Because of all these initiatives, today brand Kalyan is synonymous with the word trust. The tastes and preferences for jewelry in India is different in each micro market where we operate. Our brand has been behaving extremely hyperlocal right since inception. Hyperlocal meaning the product, the communication by way of marketing, the staff at the store, everything will be aligned to the local tastes and preferences. This is what has helped us to be perceived as the son of the soil brand and enabling us to compete with the local, regional and unorganized players, thereby capturing a large share of the jewelry market in India. Another strength which is unique for Kalyan is the My Kalyan network, which we have built over the past many years. My Kalyan stores are marketing offices set up in rural India which have zero inventory and have only field marketing staff. These field marketing staff reach out to the customers who are not aggressively targeted by the organized players, and they guide them to the main showroom of Kalyan Jewellers in the city. Kalyan Jewellers today has 147 showrooms, out of which 117 are spread across the 21 states in India and 30 are in the 4 countries in Middle East. We have 780 plus My Kalyan centers today spread across all the rural and semi-urban cities and towns of India. I now request Ramesh to give us an overview of the business for the financial year ended 2021.
Thank you, Sitaram. Good morning, everyone. FY 2021 has been one of the most challenging years in the history of the company. The year has been one where we could exhibit our resilience and inherit salience. It was a year in which the company got listed successfully on the Indian stock exchanges and raised 800 crores of primary capital. It was a momentous year for our company. The year began with a severe dislocation as our entire store network was temporarily shut down given the COVID-19 lockdowns. Our initial focus was on ensuring the well-being of our staff and broader stakeholders who depend on our business. Also, we were in close contact with our customers, finding unique ways to keep them engaged with the brand. Additionally, we took measures to improve our operational efficiency, focusing primarily on controlling costs across all the functions. The proactive measures adapted by the company ensured a rapid recovery once the lockdowns were lifted. This was partly driven by the resilience of our category, particularly the wedding jewelry. But more importantly, it was due to our decentralized hyperlocal business model and the proactive measures we took to attract footfalls back to our stores. The organized segment has been experiencing strong tailwinds over the last 3-4 quarters, driven largely by the changing customer preferences to shop at showrooms that took adequate safety precautions, such as social distancing, sanitization, staff vaccinations, etc. As a result, the financial year saw an unprecedented shift of demand from the unorganized to the organized jewelry sector, and Kalyan has been a large beneficiary of this shift. Now let me take you through the quarter-wise performance of the last financial year. The first quarter of the year was a total washout, given that there was complete lockdown imposed on operations and movement. By Q2, we saw our showrooms resuming operations, and the highlight was that the recovery was very fast. With only 90% of our showrooms operational on average, our revenue achievement was also up to 90% of the same period of the financial year 2020. In the third quarter, all our stores were operational and we achieved a double-digit growth in our revenue when compared with the same period of financial year 2020. Q4 was the best quarter in terms of growth in the last financial year. We grew almost 61% year on year. This was primarily driven by the accelerated shift from the unorganized to the organized. For the full year of FY 2021, our India business generated revenue of 93% of the previous year. In the Middle East, the comeback has been slower compared to India, but every quarter we could see the momentum picking. By Q4, we were at 85% of the previous year revenue. This is despite the permanent closure of approximately 20% of our showroom network in that region during the Q1 of the previous financial year. Now moving to the consolidated numbers for the financial year 2021. The total revenue was 8,573 crores against 10,101 crores in the previous financial year, a 15% decline. The decline in India revenues, however, was only approximately 7%. For the year ended March 2021, the company posted a loss of 6 crores, primarily because of the revenue loss due to COVID lockdowns and because of a one-time write-off in the Middle East of approximately 90 crores, largely due to permanent closure of 7 showrooms in that region. Now, let me discuss the standalone India numbers for the previous financial year. The revenue in India was 7,325 crores versus 7,845 crores during the previous financial year, and the PAT was at 138 crores compared to 156 crores in the previous financial year. Coming to the standalone Middle East numbers for the previous financial year, the Middle East business revenue was 1,186 crores versus 2,203 crores during the previous financial year, and the company booked a loss of 155 crores versus a loss of 10 crores in the previous financial year. Moving on to our online jewelry business, our online jewelry portal Candere posted a full year revenue of 82 crores versus 56 crores in the previous financial year, and the business turned out profitable for the first time since our acquisition in 2017, posted a 3 crore PAT versus a 2 crore loss in the previous financial year. Looking back at the previous financial year, the performance has been above our expectations and we are happy with the comeback. Even though we lost revenue for more than one full quarter during the year, we could achieve these numbers. I will now continue to see a very high momentum in the current year. The growth is very comparable to the trend we witnessed during Q4 of the last financial year. We continue to have significant growth in the share of new showrooms, new customers, driven largely by the shift from the unorganized segment. The implementation of compulsory hallmarking and introduction of HUID will provide further acceleration to the shift from the unorganized segment. The funds raised in the IPO are being utilized in the expansion of our showroom network. We have already opened 10 new showrooms this year and will continue to open more showrooms across the country. We are optimistic that we will be able to capitalize on the foundations that we have laid and leverage our already established processes, purchase ecosystem, and market understanding to aid growth momentum. This will also bring in significant operating leverage to further enhance shareholder returns. We believe in maintaining an enterprise-wide culture of good governance to ensure transparency and fairness in decision-making with an ethical framework that promotes responsible consideration of all stakeholders. I want to take this opportunity to thank all our stakeholders for their trust and continued support. I also want to express my sincere gratitude to our colleagues for their dedication and commitment. Thank you.
Shall we start with the Q&A session?
Are they confirmed? Yeah.
So shall we start with the Q&A session?
Yes, Stanford, please.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin the question and answer session. We will wait for a moment while we assemble our question queue. We take our first shareholder, Lekha Shah. You may go ahead, please.
Hello. Can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Respected Chairman, sir, Board of Directors, and my fellow members, good morning to all of you. Myself, Lekha Shah from Mumbai. First of all, I am very much thankful to our company secretary, Jishnu ji, and his team for extending very good investor services and also sending me the AGM notice by email well in time in such a difficult situation, which is full of knowledge, fact and figures in place. So, I am very grateful to our company secretary, Mr. Jishnu ji. Sir, this was the physical meeting I would have definitely welcomed with a book of flowers. On this landmark day, I would like to welcome all our directors and employees on behalf of the shareholders. Sir, being a Malayali, my surname before marriage was Nair. I was proud of the company's progresses. I am loyal Kalyan Jeweler customer for the last 20 years and have been the company grow from the South Indian brand to one of the most trusted jewelry brand, not only in India, but the Middle East as well. I am confident that stock price will bounce back surely and it is a great opportunity to add more shares in our portfolio. Sir, I am confident that with your vision and determination, you will lead our company to greater height. And also, I pray to God, our company should progress more and more under you and your team's work. Sir, I would thank to all personnel of our company receiving awards and recognition by the various plans during the year 2021. And also, I am happy the company is doing very well in the field of CSR activities. Sir, I am happy to see all the good deeds that you have done during this tough time. I pray to God that He always shower His blessing upon you. Sir, I would like to ask few questions. My first question is, why the company not hosting investors call is after the guarantee result, as there will certainly and more interest in the state amongst the institutional investors. So, I would like to say, I strongly propose all the resolutions for today's meeting, and my best wishes, always our company and its prosperity. Thank you, sir. I am from Mumbai.
Thank
I'm
you.
proud to be a shareholder of this company, sir, being a Malayali.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
We take our next shareholder, Aspi Bisania. You may go ahead, please.
Can you see me and hear me?
Yes, sir, we can.
Chairman, sir, I am Aspi from Bombay. Sir, big congratulations to founder Sri Kalyan Raman and his team for creating such a huge brand and one of India's largest jewelry company in just 28 years. Also compliments your senior officials and the board for a good performance in FY21 despite an unprecedented lockdown for almost 3 months on account of the pandemic. I'm sure all our efficiency measures and learning in the last 18 months will help the company to grow strongly in years to come. So on the CSR front too, the company has been actively involved in activities related to fight COVID by implementing customer and employee health and safety measures by the launch of the Doses of Trust campaign across showrooms in India and Middle East, as mentioned in the annual report. So I have 3 questions. My first question, a great work on the CSR space is mentioned in the annual report, but why there is no mention of ESG initiative by the company in our annual report or even in our investor presentation? And what are we doing on ESG front? So all good companies have a separate page on ESG in the annual report and also on the website. I would advise the company to have few pages on ESG in the annual report going forward and a separate section for ESG in our website. A company with strong ESG is valued better by the investor community, especially the international investors. So my second question is on digital gold. Can you please explain us how does it work? So my last question, in India we have a huge unorganized market in the jewelry space. Can I have your comments on the company's plan on capturing share of this unorganized market in India? Our market share is increasing, but it's increasing quite slowly. So then how many showrooms are owned and how many are leased by the company? Are there any franchise-run showrooms? Then we should try to follow Vaibhav Global, and our price should also compete with Vaibhav Global in future. So I support all the resolutions. Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity for the talking. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. We take our next shareholder, Santosh Kumar Saraf. You may go ahead, please.
आदरणीय सभापति जी, उपस्थित सदस्यगण और मेरे शेयर और भाइयों बहनों, मेरा नाम संतोष कुमार सराफ है। मैं आप सभी को नमस्कार करता हूं। मैं कलकत्ता से बोल रहा हूं। आशा करता हूं आप सब इस समय अच्छे स्वास्थ्य में होंगे सर। सर, एक मैं कंपनी मैनेजमेंट को धन्यवाद देता हूं कि उन्होंने इतनी अच्छी बैलेंस शीट प्रेजेंट की है जिसमें सब तरह के पैरामीटर कंप्लीट किए हैं सर। बैलेंस शीट देखने के बाद में कोई प्रश्न पूछने का अवसर ही आपने प्रदान नहीं किया जिसे मैं आपसे कोई प्रश्न पूछूं सर। फिर भी हम लोग आदर से लाचार, इसलिए 1-2 प्रश्न आपसे पूछेंगे सर। एक तो आपकी माई कल्याण जो स्कीम है बहुत बेस्ट है, जिसमें 10 लाख से ऊपर आपके मेंबर हैं सर। उसके लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूं सर। ये स्कीम और आगे बढ़े और कम से 100 मिलियन का आंकड़ा पार करे, ये मैं भगवान से दुआ करता हूँ आपके लिए सर। सर, एक मैं कलकत्ते से हूँ, तो आपका कलकत्ता में कोई शोरूम है तो बताने का कष्ट करिएगा सर। एक से जो माई कल्याण स्कीम जो है, इससे हम कैसे जुड़ सकते हैं और इससे हमारे को सीनियर पीपल को कैसे क्या फायदा हो सकता है, इसके बारे में बताने का कष्ट करिएगा सर। और सर, मैं चाहूंगा कि कंपनी इसी तरह आगे बढ़े और कंपनी को मेरे बहुत मेरी यह है कि ज्यादा से ज्यादा मैं कल्याण में जो है ज्यादा ज्यादा मेंबर बनाए सर, उनको और भी जिससे कि गरीब आदमी है जिनकी बचत डेली मजदूरी वाले भी आपसे जुड़ सके, ऐसा कोई कदम उठाइए जिससे कि हमारी संख्या बढ़ेगी सर। और ज्यादा मैं क्या बोलूं सर, आपकी कंपनी इतना अच्छा रिजल्ट दे रही है, इतना अच्छा ये कर रही है। पहले साल के अंदर हम लोग ज्वाइन किए थे, पहले से मालूम है कि आपके जो ब्रांड एम्बेसडर मिस्टर अमिताभ जी है, उनकी छत्र छाया में कंपनी ने बहुत उन्नति की सर। और आपकी क्वालिटी इतनी अच्छी है, उसके बारे में मैं कुछ नहीं कहता। मतलब कहने मतलब कंपनी को के बारे में जितना कहूँ कल्याण रमन जी उतना कम है, तो मैं ज्यादा नहीं कहूंगा। इसलिए मैं आपसे भगवान से प्रार्थना करता हूँ, भगवान आपकी कंपनी को आगे बढ़ाए और अगले साल जब हम लोग मिले तो हमारे करीब 10 मिलियन ये 10 लाख जो हमारे मेंबर हैं वो भर के 15-20 लाख हो जाए, यही मेरी कामना है। और एक बार फिर भगवान से प्रार्थना करता हूँ, भगवान आपको लंबी उम्र प्रदान करे। जय हिंद, जय भारत, नमस्कार जी। हेलो,
Thank you. I take our next shareholder, Satish sir. You may go ahead, please.
हाँ, हेलो, मेरी आवाज आ रही है? हेलो, वॉइस? श्रीमान चेयरमैन सर और अन्य डायरेक्टर्स, आपने अपनी चेयरमैन स्पीच में कंपनी के बारे में बहुत ही अच्छी तरह से समझा दिया। कल्याण ज्वेलर्स इज ए ब्रिलियंट प्रोफेशनल। आईपीओ के बाद ये अपनी कंपनी की फर्स्ट एजीएम है। सर, व्हाट इज योर नेक्स्ट 2 years और 3 years रोड मैप? और सर, आपकी जो बैलेंस शीट मिली वो बहुत ही कलरफुल, अट्रैक्टिव, इंफॉर्मेटिव, नाइस बैलेंस शीट। बैलेंस शीट की खूबसूरती के लिए मैं कंपनी सेक्रेटरी को बहुत बहुत आभारी हूँ। सर, दिस ईयर कंपनी का परफॉर्मेंस अच्छा रहा और कंपनी ने बहुत अच्छा काम किया है। और सर, मैं ये जानना चाहता हूँ कि अपना कंपनी का शोरूम कितने हैं इंडिया में और आउट ऑफ इंडिया में? और सर, आज आप लोग ने जो भी रेजोल्यूशन रखा है उसमें मेरा फुली सपोर्ट है। विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट। गॉड ब्लेस यू। थैंक यू।
Thank you. We take our next shareholder, Sandhya Shetty. You may go ahead, please.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Hello, yeah. So good morning, sir. First of all, congratulations on our IPO and also for being the first jewelry company from Kerala to get listed on the BSE and NSE. Apart from being a loyal Kalyan Jeweler customer from your Borivali branch, Mumbai, I am now a proud Kalyan Jeweler shareholder as well. Though the current stock price is below the issue price, I'm sure that under the guidance of a chairman and the professional management team, the stock will see an upward march in months and years to come. Also, a big compliment to the entire team of Kalyan Jewellers and the company secretary for a superb annual report, which has all the information about the company and the sector. We are glad to see that the company has been deleveraging the balance sheet, which in line will help make room for future expansion. I have 2 questions. The first is that our company has a sizable amount of cash in hand, and I would like to know any plans to distribute the dividends to our shareholders in the future. We have noticed that companies paying dividend is a sign of an investor-friendly company. The next question is that I believe the company has not been aggressively meeting with the analysts and the fund managers. This is as per the exchange update. Over the last 9 months of listing, we have met very few analysts and fund managers. How are we going to address this issue? My experience is more we meet with the investor community, our story will be better heard and the valuation will improve. And a well-known brand of ours, Kalyan Jewellers, will see a better price to earnings and better price to book. Thanks for this opportunity. I support all the resolutions. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We take our next shareholder, Santosh Bhutani. You may go ahead, please.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
You hear me, sir?
Yes, yeah.
Hello. Ji. Good morning. First of all, I would like to thank this critical team for very informative and well in time. Being our first AGM as a public listed company, I would like to congratulate our strong board composition as a good mix of directors and independent directors. confident that the rich experience of the board will help the leadership team into achieving bigger milestone, and it will soon reflect on our stock price too. I have 3 questions, respected Chairman, sir. My first question is whether all our branches are fully functioning as of today, and it while improving in the last few months with the lockdown restructuring and lifting. My second question is, do we have any omni-channel, and how is the response seen during this lockdown? My third question is, sir, company like Bata, Relaxo, Indian Hotel, Taj Hotel, and many other companies providing discount coupon to shareholder. Is there any plan of our company to provide the discount coupon on making charges for their shareholder? Sir, I support all the resolution. Sir, one thing I want to add more, that our employees had worked during the pandemic situation and given their best to achieve the target. May I know, sir, is there any incentive given to these employees, sir, being best wishes to each and one of you ahead of the festival season? I support all the resolution of today's meeting. Really, I am from the Delhi, and I'm very happy that the company given me an opportunity, and your speech was so wonderful. Thank you very much, Chairman, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 10 questions. So in the interest of time, I would request the company to address the questions now. Over to you.
Thank you, shareholders. Good morning, everybody. Just give me a minute as I get my notes together. So we have collated the questions as we got them, and I shall respond by mentioning the names of the speaker shareholders as well. Firstly, there was a question from Ms. Lekha Shah on 2 points. The one was regarding our company doing earnings calls with analysts, and the second was steps taken to improve margins. We would like to respond by stating that we have hosted earnings calls for all of the quarters after our IPO, and will be continuing with this practice as we declare quarterly results as we move on. Regarding improvement in the margins, we are already seeing operating leverage that is kicking in our business. And as Executive Director Ramesh mentioned earlier when he spoke, as we open more outlets across the country, this will further enhance returns for shareholders. The second set of points and questions were raised by Mr. Aspi Besania. I hope you got your name right, sir, Aspi Besania. I think there were 3 points you mentioned, sir. The first was regarding our digital gold product. The second was details about our ESG initiatives. And the third was how we plan to address opportunities thrown up by the shift of business from the unorganized sector. I think also a couple of points regarding franchisees and owned stores versus leased stores. We'll take these as they come. First, regarding our digital gold platform, this platform provides a safe and easy and reliable method for customers to buy 24 karat pure gold in a digital manner. When customers purchase digital gold, an equivalent amount of physical gold is stored under the customer's name for a period of up to 5 years at no additional cost in vaults that are managed by a custodian, by a third-party custodian, and the gold is insured in these vaults. This method of buying the gold in a digital manner and accumulating it regularly is very attractive. We hope it will be very attractive to millennial and next generation customers who are looking to make systematic purchases in gold. They can opt to buy for as low as ₹100 or as small a quantity as 100 milligrams, for example. And at a later stage, all the gold that they have purchased, which has been accumulated in the digital wallet of the customer, this can be redeemed at our showrooms for jewelry, or on the platform itself, it can be redeemed for gold coins, or one can even sell the gold back to the company with whom we have partnered. Next, moving on to mention about the ESG initiatives in the annual report. We take your point, sir. We will consider your suggestion as well to add these points to our website. We have made some mention of this on pages 37 and 39 and 49 to 61 in our annual report. Next, regarding the company's plan to capture market share from the unorganized segment. Over the last 3 to 4 quarters, there has been a very healthy shift from the unorganized segment to the organized segment. Post-COVID era, this shift has accelerated even further because customers now prefer to shop in outlets that are not crowded, where the customers have elbow room to shop peacefully. They don't prefer to go to small shops, so they prefer to come to standalone outlets like ours. Next, when we look at the initiatives that the government is taking, where hallmarking of ornaments is being made mandatory, we expect that this shift from the unorganized sector to the organized sector, it will accelerate even more. All these factors put together, the tailwinds are very positive for the industry as well as the company and for the organized sector. And we believe we are well positioned to take further benefit because of the hyperlocal nature of our brand itself, wherein we are able to address customer needs in a very detailed manner. There was a question about our showrooms, whether they are owned or leased. About 97% of our outlets are all leased out by us. Only our initial few showrooms are owned by us and the company. As regards the franchisee business, presently we do not have any franchise stores. As and when we evaluate this, we shall disclose the same to shareholders. Next were a set of points and questions raised by Sir Santosh Saraf. So these questions, this shareholder spoke in Hindi, but I shall respond in English so that it is for everybody's benefit in the meeting. So, sir, one of the points you mentioned was our outlets in Kolkata. We have 3 outlets in Kolkata, and hopefully we'll open a few more in the next coming years. Presently, we have outlets in Camac Street, Garyahat, and Salt Lake. We thank you for your feedback on the My Kalyan scheme. We have, on the gold scheme. This is very well appreciated by customers, and we believe it is also very useful for customers to save regularly and make a purchase. Regarding the question you had written in and sent about steps taken by the company to ensure well-being of employees during the pandemic. We have been one of the few retail companies who have not done any salary cuts during the COVID lockdowns, wave 1 and 2.
except for a few of us in senior management where we voluntarily took a cut in pay. We also introduced COVID hospitalization coverage in our insurance coverage for employees, and this helped many employees to take the benefit to manage expenses in the unfortunate event that some of them had to get hospitalized. When our showrooms started reopening for business, we recognized that our showroom employees are in the front line and most exposed to risk, or at a high risk category. We ensured that COVID protocol was strictly followed and ensured the safety and well-being of employees as well as customers. Moving on, next was a set of questions and points from Mr. Satish Shah. Again, sir, your points were in Hindi, but I will respond in English for the benefit of everybody. The question was regarding our brand ambassadors as well as the roadmap to grow our business and the number of showrooms that we have. We have 118 showrooms in India and 30 in the Middle East countries, totaling about 148 outlets. Our roadmap for the business is, and at some point, Ramesh, you can come in as well, to grow the business over the next 5 years by at least double, and as also increase the number of showrooms by double. That's the roadmap over the next 5 years. With regard to the written question that had come in, it was about our brand ambassadors and whether we plan to add more of them. As a brand, we have long-term, medium-term, and short-term goals when it comes to marketing and how we communicate our message to customers. Evaluation of celebrities for representing our brand is an ongoing, constant process. As of now, there are no immediate plans to change any of our brand ambassadors, no plans to add or reduce any celebrity. Just 1 minute. The next question was from Sandhya Shetty. I hope I've got your name right. I haven't spelled it correctly. It was pertaining to 2 points. First was why we're not meeting analysts and fund managers. And the second was regarding dividend and cash in hand. We will respond to this in 2 parts. I shall respond to the part about not meeting fund managers and analysts. Our investor relations team has been meeting analysts and investors regularly. We hosted investor calls after both the 2 quarters results that we declared after completing our IPO. We are also going to start attending investor conferences that are organized by broking houses and investment banks. These will begin to happen as we move ahead. We noticed your point regarding deleveraging of the balance sheet, and thank you for the mention. Moving on next to questions and points raised by Sir Santosh Bhutani. I have made note of 3 points. The first was omni-channel initiatives about our company. The second was discount coupons to shareholders. And the third was whether our showrooms are fully operational as of today. So firstly, All our showrooms are fully operational as of today. We are seeing a big shift in momentum from the unorganized segment to the organized segment, as I mentioned earlier. This trend has gained momentum in the last 3 quarters, and this has resulted in increased footfall in our showrooms. With regard to information and about our omni-channel strategy, we have various channels like the My Kalyan segment. This is basically a hub and spoke channel for getting rural and semi-urban customers into our main Kalyan Jewellers showrooms. We have our online channel, Candere. This is for the millennial and next generation customers. It brings in direct customers as well. And more importantly, it allows customers to discover our products and designs at their convenience from their homes or from their digital devices, and then come into our showrooms at their convenience when they wish to make a purchase. So discovery of the product is facilitated in a very easy manner. The third channel that we wish to talk about is we have a online matrimony portal. It's called kalyanmatrimony.com. Over and above the matchmaking business, it also helps us to identify and target customers even before a wedding is planned. As you know, the wedding segment is the biggest segment for us, and this really drives in high ticket size customers into our showroom. The business is quite small today, but it's doing very well. It's growing at a good pace, and we believe this works well for customers. Over and above all this, our existing customer base is also utilized properly through our robust customer relationship management softwares, which helps us to again communicate our offers to customers in an easy manner, as well as keep track of the various interactions with the customers. And all of this helps the customer to become more sticky with our brand and helps us increase share in the customer's wallet. Lastly, with regard to issuing discount coupons to shareholders, this is a very good suggestion, sir. We will consider the same, and in the near future, hopefully we shall implement it quickly. It looks like I have, looks like I have already overshot the time allotted for the question and answer session. There are a couple of more queries from speaker shareholders pertaining to dividend policy, return on capital employed, etc. These couple of questions I would like to request our ED Ramesh to respond on. Before I hand it over to Ramesh, I would like to state that there are further speaker requests and questions from 16 more shareholders. Unfortunately, because of the paucity of time, we are not able to address all of these questions and speaker requests in this meeting. However, we shall be responding to every shareholder by email with information and responses that have been sought. Over to you, Ramesh. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Sanjay. So basically, the dividend part and the share price, there was a comment on the share price or something. So I will address both individually. So regarding dividend, as you know, we are in an expansion phase, and you are aware that we are witnessing a major shift from the unorganized to the organized. We have established our presence across 21 states already. Now this is the time for us to actually leverage the infrastructure which we have created over the past many years. We need to add more stores to our existing network. So hence the IPO proceeds as well as the internal accruals will be needed to fund this expansion. We have noted your suggestion, and once we get to a phase wherein the entire internal accruals will not be needed for the expansion, we shall definitely start rewarding the shareholders with dividends. And the second one, I am not sure whether it was a question or it was a comment regarding the stock price. But we would like to say that our focus is on building the business. We are confident that the market will acknowledge and reward the performance in a course of time. So with this, we have completed the Q&A session. Thanks a lot for attending this AGM and looking forward to meet you all in the next AGM. I will now hand over it to Jishnu. He can complete the e-voting formalities. Thank you everyone. Stay safe.
Thank you, Ramesh sir. So we shall commence the e-voting session. Thank you. Thanks very
Thank
much.
you. The icon for e-voting is available on the screen, which will redirect you to a separate window on the e-voting portal of NSDL. The e-voting facility will be active from 10:30 a.m. and will be closed with the closure of the meeting or 1 p.m., whichever is later. Thank you.